I'm on a bit of a shakedown cruise. This is it's an SR frame, very similar to my black one, but, well, it's like the same mirror as my black one. But this is highly modified. I'm running a TT motor, and at the moment I'm building a different motor for this, but I had put together an extra TT motor. And I've got 17 and a half miles on her. But I'm out checking. There's a construction project going on here. The culvert underneath this road went out. And that culvert goes from way down there to way over there. So, God, I don't know how many feet long that was. See, it's funny because when I was a kid, the road didn't go here. The road actually went down along that creek, and there was a little bridge down on the bottom. And then you went back up the hill, but you didn't come across this ravine. That was back when I was in high school. But then, everybody with their big equipment and heavy loads, they had to had to straighten the road out, take that little bridge out. I think it's out. It used to be down there for quite a while, but I think they finally just pulled it out of there. But it was kind of cool, but it was, limited traffic. But they had to move a hell of a lot of dirt to get that culvert in. But it looks like they're winding her up. In fact, the road was closed. It's still kind of closed, but people have been driving around it. But they got work to do yet. But it gave me a chance, an excuse to take the bike out and play with it a little. Shiny, a lot of aluminum, light, just a hair over 300. And I think I can probably get about 10 pounds more off it. But she's a little rip snorter for being 30 horsepower. And the motor I'm going to put in there is going to be, if I'm lucky, about double that. If it works the way I want it to work. But this motor is great for breaking this frame in, sorting out, anything I have to do on this frame. On the chassis. But it's funny, it's a 78, like my other one, like my other two. They're all 78s. But this one looks a lot older. It's designed with an older look and feel to it. Great for poking around on these back roads, but that ain't really what I'm building it for. But it's a nice, just poking around. I've got it geared really high because this, my intention was to see what I can get for top speed out of one. So I've got the smallest back sprocket you can put on and the biggest front sprocket. So she is geared. It's nice because it's like, a lot of times you drive and think, oh, you wish you had one more gear. I got another gear. It's like having an extra gear. You got to pay attention when you're taking off. Got to baby it a little bit. But the motor runs real good. And when I put the other motor in, I don't know what I'll do with this one. I keep eyeballing frames for like a TT. This is a TT motor. I could pick up a frame for 200, 250. And I've got a whole front end and everything. I could build a whole other bike out of it. The problem with that is, you don't have the paperwork most of the time for those frames. They're just scrap frames or salvage frames. But I don't need to have a title if I build one strictly for off-road. So it's doable. Like I say, I got everything else I need for it, swing arms and whatnot. A whole XT front end, which is the same as the TT one. So it could be done. But we'll see. I'll run this motor until I get the other one ready to put in. Then I'll think about what I want to do. But it's nice to have this one on the road. It's one project out of the way for now. But this is like the first stage of the project. Like I say, then I've got to go with a different motor, which is a whole project in itself. And third stage, I really want to get rid of those cast wheels. I would really love to put the spoked wheels on, but at the same time retain the disc brakes. So it gets a little complicated, or it could get expensive. Either way, but it's doable. Well, I can go. It's going to be a while before they're done here. Man, they had to move a lot of dirt. And they still got a lot more to move. But I'm glad to see they packed that stuff that's on the hill there is what's got the gravel in it, which will make a good base, because this is pretty much all sand, a little bit of clay out of the side of that hill. And they got black dirt that they say they're getting pretty smart about separating out the materials. Big job though. Well, I'm glad I'm not involved in it. I'm just waiting till they can get this done so I can grade the road again. Well, back to my test driving.